This tutorial is about Dreamweaver's library item feature. It's a really nice feature in that you can put some text or images on multiple pages, and it's really one item. So if you wanted to change the text for all those pages or change the image for all those pages, you would just edit one library item and every item in all the pages would change also. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this contact information that you see at the bottom here, and we're going to create a library item for it and then put it at the bottom of other pages. You'll notice over here in the Files panel and the Assets panel and the Snippets panel, all three of those panels are in the same one. If you click on Assets and you go all the way down the list, there's an icon that says Library. Right now there are no library items here to show you as a displayed item, or down here which would list them. So all you have to do to create a library item is select the text or the image, and I want you to notice that it has a class style associated with it called contact number, and I'm going to drag this and put it up here into the library display area and let go. And I want you to notice that a name is being asked for you to put in here, and we're going to type in contact_info, and I'm going to hit enter. So this information right here, the striped umbrella and a phone number, is text that's being stored in this library item. When I click off of it, I want you to see that it's yellow, and the reason that there's a yellow shading is because up here we have visual aids and invisible elements are checked. If I take this check mark off, you will see that the striped umbrella is no longer in a yellow shade. So I'm going to click on that again so I can see the yellow shade invisible elements. Now this library item is actually stored on your disk in a folder called Library, and the file actually has an extension of LBI, library item, contactinfo.lbi. So when you create library items, they're actually stored with the striped umbrella website in a folder called Library, where the file has an LBI extension. When I go back to the file, I can open up another file called Cafe, and instead of having this copyright down here, I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to drag the library item over here instead. So I'm just going to take it, drag it down there, and you'll see that the library item has been dragged. I want you to notice that the style came with it. It doesn't appear to be associated with it in the library item, but you can see that the style that was associated with this was also brought with it. Now when I click on it in this file, you'll see that it's telling me that it's being associated with a library item called contact info. At this point I can actually open up the library item to edit it, or I can detach it from the original so that if I wanted to just make it different from all the rest. Let me just do that one more time. I'm going to open up another file called activities. I'm going to delete this at the bottom, and I'm going to drag over the library to this area so that it is the same text. Now if I want to edit it, I want you to pay attention that it's a 555 number, and I'm going to click on it and say open to edit it. And now let's say I just want to make it an 800 number and make that only change. I'm going to want to do a file, save, to save that library item, and it's going to ask me if I want to update all the files that contain this library item, and I would say update. Go ahead and click on start and close. And now when I go back to my index file, you'll see that the 800 number is there. When I click on the cafe page, you'll see that the 800 number is there, and activities, you'll see that the 800 number is there. So the library item is a very handy feature that Dreamweaver gives us in creating an LBI extension file, and you can put text in there and you can put images in there, and this is something that can be applied to multiple pages. This concludes the tutorial on library items.